So can you guide them and pay?
It's not about paying. I don't ask every single thing for money.
No, but
If I ask for money, I would not stay till this late.
Viewers, my name is Richard Cunningham, and it's a pleasure to have you on the program. You know what, without you there's no show, so thank you so much. And I'm privileged today to share a very heart, close to home topic, fatherhood. Now, when they say the word fatherhood, what does it actually mean to you? It's amazing how the Christian center prayer, Our Father, starts with the word Our Father, which is reflecting to our Heavenly Father, the Godfather, to those who are Christians. Yes, it says Our Father. But what does Father really means to you? To me, Father can mean a shelter, security, because I have a spiritual father, but yes, I do also have a human father. I have my father who gave birth to me. And what does a father mean to me? And this is what we want to look at a topic today. What does father mean to you? How important is fatherhood, especially in the African, Caribbean community? How is father crucial in the development of a child? How crucial is it? A home without a father, is it going to be a stable home? Because when I look at myself, my father is my rock. My father is the one who provides for me. My father is my security. In your case, how important is your father to you? And I'm privileged to have somebody who is going to share this, I believe, very important topic. And we want to create that awareness, because all this is linked to fatherhood, meaning how important is fatherhood in our community, in our children today, in our today's children, in today's teenager. How is fatherhood important? And I'm honored and privileged to have Ray from the Black Fathers Support Group. Ray, welcome.
Thank you very much, Brother Richard. It's really good to be here.
Yes, indeed.
It's amazing.
Yes, indeed.
To be at Amaze TV.
Yes.
And again, like I said, the topic that you're talking about is very, very important. And as time goes by, you'll get to understand what
exactly.
I was born in London, South London, not too far from it actually.
Okay.
Actually, not too far from Brixton. And my journey and my experiences have led me here to the Black Father Support Group.
Yes, yes.
At the time.
Yes.
Obviously, it took me a time to develop, to understand what fatherhood is really all about.
Yes.
And it's been an ongoing experience, and I really love it and enjoy it, and I'm still learning. And it's a beautiful experience, and the message is always going to be there that fathers need to take responsibility for their loved ones, their children, and getting to understand what fatherhood is all about, the principles of fatherhood, and why we need to send a message out there, a very, very strong message to all fathers out there, that you have all the responsibility.
That's right.
And there's always us, there's many different groups out there, I'm sure, that can support fathers, and we are just one group that's prepared to support fathers.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you have hit the nail on the head on some of the key points you have mentioned. Because we are really here to make a trumpet and send a direct message to the fathers and how important fatherhood is in our generation. Now, in your case, how important is fatherhood on your case, on your personal case?
Well, my personal experience is my parents are from Jamaica, from the Caribbean, okay, and they're coming from what you call nowadays configurative, the Windrush generation, okay, and you know there's a lot to learn from the Windrush generation. Generally, people that came to this country was invited to this country by the British government after World War II to help to clean, to build, and serve and maintain this country. And to stimulate the economy, which we did. And so, you know, I had to learn about the Windrush generation at a later stage in my life, okay? But say, for instance, that we had a fathers group, like what we got here, and a young person need to know something about the Windrush generation, or they want to know about our story, our narrative, and stuff like that. This would be the kind of platform to, to do that. You know, and be able to expand on so many different things. Generally, you don't really explore with your friends or with your family. You know, because of it's just not that setting. It's just not that kind of foundation. You know, and that's the good thing about bringing a group that really focuses on fatherhood. Is the ethos is the principle of fatherhood and learning to develop a skill. Because a lot of people think fathers is just having a baby, and that's it. But there's much more to it. You know what I mean? And, you know, to me, having a child, all fathers should know that. The biggest joy in your life is to have child and children. But sometimes I think that because we haven't developed that process of thinking, of understanding how important and relevant fatherhood is, we tend to not give it the care and due attention that we're supposed to put that energy into. And so, you know, things don't work out in some form because we don't pay, you know, some fathers just don't think that's important enough. And, you know, for the younger generation, you know, they can learn from us because we've learned from, you know, you can learn from the past in the sense that the mistakes that you made from the past, you'll be able to rectify, or you'll be able to correct, and that experience you can pass on to younger generations. So there's so much a wealth of knowledge and information
indeed,
that can build and strengthen young fathers.
Yes, indeed. Fatherhood is not just about, you know, bringing forth a baby. It goes more deeper than that, because there are spiritual people that are like a father figure. There are people that are like a father figure that we need to have it in our community. It's very, very crucial for us to have a role model. That's what I'm looking for. It's very crucial for us to have a role model. So I want to, at this point, also speak to each and everybody. I'm talking to parents here. We want to bring you this message of give love, show love, but most importantly, we want to draw the attention of how important fatherhood is so crucial, because your child need you in their life. The family need a father figure. 2019, we have seen unprecedented number of youth. I'm talking about gangs, black killing each other, knifing each other. And if you to really look down deep, why is this problem so at such a high state? It's because of, in some instances, lack of fatherhood.
There's a stigma around fathers, and generally people was looking at fathers, black fathers, generally speaking, that they were like irresponsible, or they had a lack of care or attention for their children. So obviously, the idea of a role model, you know, in the vast stage world media, was that we didn't have that. So, you know, and maybe people may still look down on black fathers, okay, and think that we're not really doing the things that we're supposed to do, and we're thieves, and, you know, all the stereotypes that you can think of how they view black people. But generally, the whole concept around why I'm even here today is because people thought about the same idea that black fathers are negative, and, you know, that's not very good. So to prove to everybody that we're here, we really are responsible, we care about our children, and the old thing around the family structure is to get fathers to understand that the family structure is very important and that we need to put that input into the family. We need to put our time and energy and work to maintain and sustain our families. And that's more important than most things in life, than all the material things in life, okay, is the value. The value, family values are very important. And going back to what you're saying about the role model being, young people need to know that they have a father figure in the house.
Yes.
Whether that person is a father, because like going back to when I was growing up, okay, that really everybody in the community was a father. Everybody in the community was a mother. And there was the ears and the eyes looking out for all the young children. So everybody had a responsibility as a community, as a group of people as a whole. And there was that love. Like you said, there was give love, share love, show love, more love is what we need, okay? And, we're just doing as best as we can. We're a small group, we're self-funded, and we've been around for over 10 years, and we've had so many brothers that's come and visit us. We do a session like once a week.
We're going to come to that one.
Yes.
We're going to come to that. But I just wanted to lay a foundation of the importance of fatherhood.
Yes.
Because, yes, your organization, the Black Father Support Group, is what we need to create that awareness. It's vital important. But at the same time, we need to know, first of all, how important fatherhood. I believe the way I am today, and I'm speaking to that young person watching, what I am today is a contribution of what my father has instituted in my life. The word that he has spoken, the role model that he has presented in my life. And the same way, you see, because fatherhood has been instituted according to the scriptures, and I'm speaking from the Christian point of view, is a biblical institution that has been endorsed, and it does work. So I'm here is because of what the role model my father have shown me. But not only my father, but as you have mentioned, because where I grew up in Uganda is your auntie, your neighbors are all part of the great family of fatherhood, or that greater family, to enable that child to not to be wayward. So, and I believe this is crucial, why we need to lay the foundation of the importance of fatherhood in families, because we can see how I mentioned earlier, gangs. Because if you pinpoint down, you find that some of these gang members, they lack fatherhood in their life.
Yes. And there is that area where a lot of people refer to this as a common theme, baby father.
Yes.
Right, but we try to not talk like that no more. We try to change the language. We try not. We say the fathers of the mother, children and stuff like that. Okay. So basically, we understand that the absent father in the household is something I never grew up. I grew up around having my mum and dad around. Way past my till I was in my 20s. Okay.
Wow.
So I had a good foundation in terms of having my parents there, you know what I mean? But yeah, there may be fathers not around. Not saying that the mothers ain't strong enough, right, to be able to take that role on. But at the same time, mothers still need to understand that you have to have a father figure around there, because there's certain things that my dad showed me. I know my mother never showed me. She couldn't show me. Only my dad could show me certain things as a young boy growing up to be a man. So that sort of journey, what you call rites of passage, or that village, African village model that we need to energize. Okay, it's something that's always been in us. It's always been in us. It's just for us to evoke, like you said, the spirit.
That's right.
Of that nature within us, okay, to be able to pronounce the whole ethos around fatherhood and father responsibilities and parenting, and understanding these key elements. There's so many, So yes, my father had really, he done what he could do. Maybe he never had all the knowledge around certain things, because generally most fathers just want their children to have the best education, right? And to be able to get on in life, generally speaking.
Absolutely.
So, but there's much more to it.
Absolutely.
Fatherhood is much more. It's about
Absolutely.
quality life and spending quality time with your children.
Yes.
As well as, it's not just about education, and, you know what I'm saying? So you've got to have that balance.
Absolutely.
And it's important to get the balance right as a parent. And then, again, like I said, to have the balance, you have to have the mother and the female lineage. The male lineage and the female lineage is so important that, regardless of whatever differences there are between the parents, okay, we always have to focus on the child or the children and get them to see that, as a parent, you're working together in peaceful harmony.
Yes.
And, they're not seeing things that could traumatize them.
Absolutely.
I'm saying that they could, like you said, because we take on a lot, we kind of impersonate, as, that's what the whole thing about role model is, because you take on the role of your mother and your father. You take on these roles.
And you pass it on.
And you pass it on.
Absolutely.
And so on, this life.
I mean, this is amazing. Again, for those who have just tuned in, this is Amaze TV. You're watching a program with my special guest, Ray, and he's from the Black Father Support Group. And, you have touched on so many key points. But what we want to do, we want to come to the support group that you have established, which we want to talk about it right now. Because I mentioned earlier, this is how important such group exists, because your support group support the fathers. Now, I wanted to just elaborate about the Black Fathers Support Group. When did it start?
Yeah, we started initially, it was just a radio broadcasting program being advertised, okay?
Yes.
And it was 6 weeks, and I heard it, and as soon as I heard it, I just wanted to be part of something. There was something about me that said, you know what, I want to be a part of something.
Yes.
And I went to the induction, and the 6 weeks program extended, to months, and then from months to years.
Wow.
And then 11 years later, we're still here.
Excellent. What's the vision of the Black Fathers Support Group? What's the vision behind it?
I mean, initially the purpose was to deflect the stereotypical, stigmatized view on black fathers.
Yes.
And, these great people I just mentioned recently, Sister Junie Muhammad, they are very active in the community, and they do a lot of work. Daniel Pink, Dr. Les, and the two brothers, Patrick Augustus and Everton Augustus.
Yes.
These are all community advocates. And they've moved on now, but the
vision is still...
Yes, the vision is still there. So it was their idea to change that mindset, to change the projection and the perspective of how fathers are negatively viewed and how it impacted on the wider community, those type of views. And so that's how we came about.
Wonderful. What I want to do, you see, the reason I'm asking you this, I want the viewers to understand how this support group works.
Yes.
So, for the benefit of the viewers, I know COVID-19 has restricted the function of the of the organization a little bit. Just elaborate in a nutshell of how the group works.
Yeah, I mean, initially, like I said, it started off just a 6 week program. Maybe after the 6 week program, it wasn't meant to happen again. But it was asked of us, do we want to continue? And we did. Initially, there was about 30 to 40 people every week that was coming to the group.
Wow.
We would have food, like hot food there, and we would do about 3 hours sitting down.
So what happened in that 3 hours?
Well, generally, I mean, initially we started on there was a workshop program that we actually followed, that guided us into around understanding parental guidance.
That's it.
And the language and how we need to conduct ourselves, and what fatherhood was all about. So there was so that 6 week program was basically an induction, an introduction into the bigger picture.
Gotcha. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was the initial thing. And then, obviously, after we extended it, the 6-week program didn't continue, but we just continued, just mainly kind of fun way to structure ourselves, okay? Because you imagine that we've got all these individual, dynamic individuals, men, this energy, the testosterone's going around, everybody's got different ideas and views and perspective, and it's a lot to control and it's a lot to take on.
Absolutely. You see, because, in such organization, we are in a multicultural country.
Yes.
Some, as you mentioned, you're from the Caribbean, I'm from Africa.
Yeah.
We have some people that are from various parts of the world. And I think it's very important to have all these various fathers from various backgrounds come together and brainstorm and see how we can bring up because you see, we have mentioned earlier that, back from where I come from, and I believe also where you come from, a whole village or a whole community raises a child.
That's right.
So I think it's very nice for in the UK to have fathers from various backgrounds come together and support one another, and that create that awareness of how to deal with that wayward child. How can they support a child from intermarriage relationships? Meaning, I'm from Uganda, my wife is from Antigua. Yeah. Now, how do we bring up children? I mean, basic things like that. And I think such organization is well appreciated. From Amaze TV, we'd like to congratulate the vision that your team has started. Yeah. I believe this is beneficial to the community, and this is what we need, and that's why we're giving this Give Love, Show Love. It's communities like this that we have that we need in our community, in our station. And many times we have said on this program that we need the support of the NGOs. We need the support of churches. We need the support of businesses. So coming on the program from the Black Fathers Support Group on this show like this, we take as a privilege, I'm telling you. And if you're out there, you belong to any such organization, and you want to come on the show and support this great Give Love, Show Love initiative, please visit our website, visit Google Amaze TV, or send a message on this live broadcast, and we shall get definitely in touch with you. But also on this line, we're here to create awareness for the Give Love, Show Love. We're here to raise awareness. We're here to raise money. We're here to make that, make that trumpet and say, look, we need your support. We need your encouragement. We need you to be part and parcel of this vision. So on the screen, the producers will put in the information of our PayPal information. Please visit that PayPal, make that donation. We want to create a facility center right here out of London to support our youth. We want to create and support our single moms, our single fatherhood. And today we are talking about fatherhood.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly. And I want to say that in terms of talking about support, it takes different blocks of individuals to bring that support together, okay? And so, we're resident in Brockley, in South East London, in a community centre called St Andrews, which is a church. And, we have to thank them for them giving us our time and our space. And, we have to, like I said, self-fund ourselves.
Yes.
And we're kind of a group where whatever happens, as a father, if you come to the group, you're always a black fathers, no matter what, okay? We're very relaxed, we're easygoing, and we have a code of conduct, where what we say in there stays in there and stuff like that. And so basically it's like a group therapy, it's a group counselling, it's a group togetherness. It ticks so many boxes, it's just amazing.
I'm glad you say it's like a help center as well.
Absolutely.
It's like a support center. The fuel tanker that carry fuel to the petrol station. It's amazing how that same fuel tanker also needs fuel.
Yes.
Because without itself being fuel, it cannot carry the fuel to the station. Likewise, we the father, we also need that encouragement. We also need to hear from another father say, look, you're doing your best. You can do it. You can make it. So we ourselves, we need the support.
Absolutely.
And I believe this Black Fathers Support Group is to support the fatherhood, so that if the father also get the support they need, they can also pass on that support to their generation.
You're so on point, Brother Richard, and a lot of people don't get it. It's just the little things that really count. A lot of people don't realise that really what we're talking about is communication.
That's right.
And once you understand how key communication is, that people need to communicate.
Yes.
A lot of the times what you find with a lot of brothers, fathers, okay, is they keep a lot of things inside.
Yes.
Bottled up. We think we've got so much pride.
Yes.
We think that we don't
Ego.
need to talk. Yeah. It's all this masculine, ego stuff, like
Yes,
you said, that
yes.
goes on with us, okay? But, we don't want to kind of touch our emotions. We don't want to get involved with our emotions.
Yes,
We don't-
yes,
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But all these things are important to be able to express ourselves, to take things, to get things out, to take things off your chest,
That's it.
so to speak, whatever it is. And surprisingly enough, the amount of people that's come to the group, okay, we've had hundreds of brothers that's come to the group over the 10 years. You can imagine from all over, like you said, from different parts of the Caribbean
Yes.
and different parts of Africa.
Yes.
Like you said, it's about African, Caribbean parental guidance, okay? And because fatherhood engulfs and encompasses an ocean of so many different aspects, you cannot put it in a little bowl and, expect to keep a cork on it. You have to let these things out.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's what we need to do. And it does work because we're still here. You know what I mean? People still come to us, and we have a core member of like 20 individuals, maybe more. We've got more. But, we've got 20 members that come regular.
Yes.
They're regularly there and
Yeah.
stuff like that. We've got a committee, we've got a constitution, we've got an account. We've got quite a lot of things going. But again, like you said, we need support, just like everybody else.
Yes. Yes.
And we look at ourselves that we're just part of the community.
Yes.
There's so many different communities, organisations, associations, foundations that's out there that we've worked with. That it's a big family you're going into.
Wonderful. That's brilliant. Now, so what you have said really makes sense in terms of what you have just mentioned about the amount of fathers who have come to your organization. It just proves how important fatherhood is to a family. Now, a father is watching. They may have difficult teenagers, difficult daughters. Maybe the son is involved in early fatherhood. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Impregnating somebody. So there's a father watching the show right now, and they're saying, Ray, I wish I can come to your support group.
Yes.
In fact, they want to, and later on we want to give information how you, the fathers out there, you can, maybe it's the first time you have heard about this organization. We want you to, maybe after the show, to get in touch with Ray and to get in touch with, so that you can get the help you need. You can also share your ideas to some of the fathers in the group.
That's right.
So as I was saying, there's a father watching the program right now, and they're saying, Ray, how do I deal with this wayward son who is in the gang, causing all kind of havoc, involved in, you name the crimes, the police? How do I deal with such a son or a daughter?
Again, it's all about communication. It's making that first initial step. Once you've made that step, you've done a courageous thing. Because a lot of fathers, brothers don't think that they should come and sit down and talk about their problems.
Wow.
They don't think like that.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So that's what we're trying to encourage people to do. But what we do, we don't try to force people to talk to us. We like people to feel comfortable in their own good time. When they feel comfortable to come and sit down with us. They can either talk to us on an individual level,
Yes.
or they can talk to us as a group. We'll listen to what they're saying. We'll cut everything that we're doing, stop everything. We'll pay all our attention to that person, and they will deliver and present to us whatever they want to tell us. okay, and we listen. And one of the key things is listening.
So communicating and listening, it goes hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Because you see, that's why in the Christian faith, when it says prayer, I'm now talking about from the biblical sense, prayer is like a communication with our Heavenly Father. Prayer is a way of communicating to God through Jesus. So, and when we communicate, we expect also to be communicated back.
Yeah.
So it's a two-way thing. I speak to the Father speaks to me. Same way, when I speak, just as you mentioned, dealing with that wayward child is about communication, because I have a teenage son, and it's very crucial for me to communicate to him, but at the same time, him to communicate to me, and I have to also listen to that. It's a two-way dialogue. So we want to again say to the viewers, as Ray has mentioned, one of the key things we need to look in is to perhaps improve the way we communicate. Because if we don't communicate correctly, they will find somebody else to communicate to.
Yeah.
We have so many voices. Now we are on the social media.
Yeah, you're right. And you see what you just said. You kind of have to have the right attitude.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you know, I grew up around parents. My dad was very, very kind of like a general.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's very, very authoritarian type sort of thing. And like some of the things that you know, my father did, I just said, you know what, I can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? I've got to break the cycle.
Yes.
So some of the things that we've done in the past, in order for us to move ourselves forward, to be able to get us to where we need to be, to get through to our children,
yes,
we have to really break the cycles, some of the cycles that our parents had, to just to improve. Not saying that they've done bad things, but we just need to improve on our parenting, and that's going to take time.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm not perfect as a parent, but I'm improving and I'm developing that, you know, those skills. Okay, because really, we started off a bit late.
Wow.
As parents, you know what I'm saying? We learned the hard way.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So what we want is fathers, you know, and we're going to talk on that, yeah?
Yes,
but what we want to do is talk about really improving ourselves as fathers, okay, in so many different areas. That's why it's important to communicate. And by us communicating, we learned that we've had different experiences with our children's mothers. You find so many different experiences, and then you find that there's some fathers that are single parent themselves, okay? So there was so many different dynamics going on with fathers' experiences, okay, that you can learn from those different fathers' experience.
Wow.
And you gain valuable experience from other people's experience. And sometimes you look at your experience and you think, well, that's nothing compared to somebody. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah? So it's a joy and it's a pain. And it's that balance. And really, to me, like I said, fatherhood should be like a cultural form of education.
Yes.
It should be a part of our doctrine.
That's it.
You know, it's the same thing with the motherhood. It should be something that, as part of rites of passage, you graduate to learning about fatherhood. You know, and before you actually become a father.
Yes.
So you can become a better father.
That's it.
And that's the reason why I said that we started a bit late. You know what I'm saying? But it's never
too late. It's never too late.
It's never too late to learn, right? Because like I said, I'm still learning, and it's made me a better father.
Absolutely.
It's just shown that it does work. Sitting down, communicating with other fathers, like minds, African, Caribbean. You know, it's the most beautiful experience that we could have. Yes.
Wow. You know, we have mentioned you're from the Black Fathers support group.
Yeah.
And in case the viewers want to get more information about your organization, we want you to go to, there's a website that will provide you with all the information. If you could go to www.B for Bravo, F for Freddy, S for Sugar, G for Golf.org.uk. I'll repeat again. Go to www.B.F.S.G.org.uk. That's Black Fathers Support Group. you can get all the information. Now, you have mentioned because of the COVID-19, they cannot meet.
No, exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
But if you go to the website, you'll get more information of how you
Well, we still do a Zoom meeting.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, at the moment we're kind of doing both at the moment. So
Okay.
we're still going to our centre every Tuesday
Okay.
between the hours of 8 till 10:30.
Okay.
But we've sort of integrated the Zoom meeting now.
Brilliant.
So for those people that can't make it.
Fantastic. Now, I've gone to the website. Just for the benefit of the viewers, how does it work in terms of the membership? That someone has to pay to attend? Just
Right.
elaborate on that, please.
Yeah, I mean, because of obviously the government's COVID-19 response, okay, obviously there's been a few setbacks.
Okay.
But generally, we do have a membership,
Yes.
okay? That's if people want to join. You're not forced to join, which is for people that's employed, it's £20 a month. Unemployed is £8 a month.
Fantastic.
Okay, and that's one of the initiatives that we got
Brilliant.
to actually to self-fund the group. And we do other things. We do our own fundraising events and sponsorships and things like that.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'll be honest.
Yes.
We've been really fortunate that everything just seems to be working for us.
Gotcha.
We've been getting the support, and you know the support that we're getting just allowed us to do what we want to do. You know, so we want to thank our Creator, our Supreme Being, Most High, Intelligent,
Yes.
for allowing us to be able to have something and continue to do something.
Wow.
So we've been very fortunate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Again, as I said, for more information about this group, in case you did not get that, I wanted to give, because you see, this is. I must say, this is one of the first time I heard of this group.
Yeah.
And it's important we create this awareness,
Yeah,
because it's vital. If we say fatherhood is so important in family bringing, the existence of a father, how important it is, then it's very vital to know that there's such group exists to support the fathers.
Yeah, I love what you said, you know, because you know what you said, Brother Richard, this is so true. Like, when people hear about the Black Father Support Group, just the name alone ring bells.
Yes.
It's just something that just resonates to people, and people just love it, you know, to just feeling it straight away, you know. And it's like, it gives a real warm feeling that, you know, we've got a present that people can identify with.
Yes.
And they, you know, that alone gives us support. That's in itself is support. So, you know, I really appreciate all those people out there that support the Black Father Support Group, because without generally the wider community as a whole, you know, we wouldn't exist.
Absolutely.
You know, so really we do thank everybody. You know,
Fantastic.
definitely.
My goodness. Wow. And again, I did say I was going to mention the information, www.bfsg.org.uk, where you can get all the information of the Black Father Support Group. And if you're a father and you want to, you know, come together as a father and that share that ideas, you may have ideas that another father would need, and vice versa. So go to that website and get yourself acquainted with other fathers there. And as Ray has mentioned, because of the COVID-19 restriction, the meeting is all held in a Zoom, which is quite convenient. So you can be at your comfort at your home, and you can still get connected to that father, to that help that you need. So again, visit that website, and most importantly, I want you also to go and visit the Amaze TV PayPal. Yes, indeed, we need that support. Go and support us, give love, show love. The information is on your screen. We want to set up a center, a Give Love, Show Love center to support our fathers, to support our youth, to support our community. We need it, and we appreciate you for that. So, Ray, I'd really like to appreciate you so much for coming to the studio and, you know, sharing what the Black Father Support Group is really doing to the community. This is what we need. I would love to attend when, you know, to attend. I'm a father.
Yes.
You know, I need to know how to be a better father.
Yeah.
It's very important, because how I deal with my son and my children is how I also deal with he also deal with his children. It's very crucial. Now, at also this point, yes, we're talking about fatherhood, but there are other single moms watching the program say, hey, wait a minute, you're talking about, fatherhood. What about us? Are we not important? I want to say a direct message that, yes, you are important, but there's a topic we want to address here, and the importance of fatherhood. Yes, moms are very important. Single moms, some people have been raised by single moms. You have done a fantastic job. We want to applaud you.
Definitely.
We want to appreciate you because they are presidents, they are individuals, they are governors, they are kings and queens that you have raised as a single mom. So we would like to applaud you at this time. There's many challenges that you have gone through, but well done. You have done an amazing work raising that child, raising that, that individual. I remember President Obama mentioned he's been raised by a single mom because his father was not there. So it just shows how great single moms are doing there. So once again, I'd like to applaud you. I'd like to celebrate you. We at Amaze TV appreciate you. Wonderful. So please, what's your final words to our viewers before we close off?
Well, what I want to say is that the message that I want to give to potential fathers as well as fathers that have children, just like Brother Richard say, you can always get in contact with us on www.bfsg.org.uk. You can talk to me, you can phone me up on my telephone number, okay, there's a chairman's telephone number, you can access us directly. And obviously, if you don't live local, then phone me. But if you live local, you can come down to the group in South London. You're welcome, by all means. I think the main message that I want to give is to potential fathers and fathers that's got children out there is whatever happens, okay, between you and the mother, because I've seen a lot of stuff that's going on, even more with the younger generation, with their relationships with their women, their wives, their girlfriends, okay, and when a child's involved in this or when children's involved, whatever you must do, find peace and love in your heart to work with your child's mum, with your children's mum, without arguments, fussing and fighting in front of the children, okay? You need to be the best example as a father, regardless of whatever bitter thoughts that you have in your head. Think about the child, think about your children, think about what are they looking at, what are they seeing, what are they thinking about. Just remember, they're going to look at everything that you're saying to them or that they see in you. They look at you and love you and adore you. So everything that they see in you is impressionable to them. And remember, a single picture in a child's mind is very, very impertinent for them. They will never forget things, certain things coming from parents, okay? So please, whatever you do, just have a balance with your children, with the mother, work together, work with the extended family, always find ways to work together so you can resolve whatever problems and issues you have, okay? And learn to love each other always, okay? That's what I want to say for now.
Fantastic. What a word. Give love, show love. And that's what the essence of it is, because we have clearly mentioned how important communication is. Showing love, giving love. And you have hit it on the head. Communication is the key to all of that. Viewers, time cannot permit us. Until next time, from myself, Richard Cunningham, and Ray, I pray that God guides you to be a better father. I pray that whatever hurts that is in the family or between you and your children, may God give you the wisdom to overcome it. I pray that you find a solution. There are fathers who are, at the verge of suicide. They themselves are facing challenge. I pray that you find the help that you need so that you can be a better father. We here at Amaze TV believe in you. We believe, no matter who else has condemned you, we believe you can do it. You can be a better father. Yes, we have made mistake. I myself have made mistake. Ray has made himself. Even your father has made mistake. All of us have made mistake. But the question is, what are you doing to rectify that mistake? I pray you find a solution to that mistake. I pray you find a solution to be a better father. And I pray you find the help you need. Now, we have come across you with organization like Black Father Support Group, get in touch with such organization so that together we can find a common way of how to be a better father. So from me, Richard Cunningham, and my special guest, Ray from the Black Father Support Group. Thank you so much. Until next time, God bless you.